Thanks for watching our video. Today I'm going to be installing a Velux window, the second one of three that I'm putting in the attic. Please subscribe to our channel on YouTube, like it on YouTube. Also, if you have a look on Instagram, Renovation_Vane_Cottage. If you follow us on there, more people get following than that, more videos we can do and stuff, so it's great. So anyway, today's task is to put a window in this side. So I'll show you the one I did yesterday. Now, it's going directly opposite yesterday's window. So I'll take this section of joist out, cut these tile lats and put it in there. So rafter out, sorry. A couple of tile lats out, take it in. Now yesterday's one, we had a window, like a glass, pane of glass, like an old loft pane of glass where it was going. I haven't got that today. So today what I'm going to have to try and do is sort of break through the tiles somehow. So what my plan is, I'm going to cut the rafter there and there. I'm going to cut the tile lats. I'm hoping I can get it loose. If I can just get one or two tiles loose, I can get my hand in and sort of work them out, which is what I did yesterday. Probably ended up out of 20 or 30 that I might have got out with 2 or 3 breakages on the first couple. So if I can sort of do something like that again, I'll be happy with that. But we'll just have to see how it goes. So it's a Velux window, and we'll look at all the boxing and unboxing of it and everything in a bit, and everything that goes with that. But to begin with, I want to get the opening made. So my windows are 980 by 550, and with the 980 we need to add 45mm to allow for installation, and with the 550 we need to add 50mm for installation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this rafter, the top and bottom. So I've got 980 plus 45, so 1025mm. I'm going to allow also the width of my beam, which I'm going to make across the part which I put in, which I think that's 50mm. I'll have to have a look at that in a little bit. So that's fine. This way, like I say, 550 plus 50. So I'm going to cut that at 600, and then you'll see. If I go 600 to 600, and then put me tile that down, which sort of supports the window on, so you'll see how all that comes together as we get it out. Like I say, I did film yesterday's window, and I've got another one to do, so probably what I'll do is I'll do all three, record all three, and then sort of see how I go and anything I learn, and I'll put the best bits of all three in to make one good video, hopefully. So I've now cut the bottom, cut the top. Like I say, I need an opening of 1.1025mm. Got a good bit more than that because I think the window itself is going to come to there, but that's going to allow me to put me support sort of noggin at the top and then another one on the window. So plenty of space. Same with the bottom, I'll put a piece across the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is try and cut these tile lats. I'll measure these to the 600mm, so 550 plus 50mm, or actually I might just go just under, so I'll go just under that, get them off, I might go for 550 now, get the tiles out, and then cut the last little bit once the tiles are out, just so I can see what's happening there. The way I cut this was with a handsaw, so handsawed it, I'm going to either use a handsaw or the jigsaw if I can get it in to cut them. Cut through the tile lats. What I've got to do is jigsaw, starting it, putting it up to it. Obviously the blade's going up and down, so if you started with it in there, put it on, you're going to go up and smash your tiles, so don't do that. Just very carefully, basically. It's a slow process, but we'll get there. I've took this lot out. Once I've got one tile out, I'm in the area with them little like lead looking nails or something. But anyway, once I've got that out, hopefully sort of weasel them out, breaking the least amount possible, because obviously we've got to trim back up round it. That's my basic opening. I've just had a count up. I think I've took about 33, 34 tiles off, and out of the 34 tiles I've ended up with 2 that are sort of cracked at the top. So I mean, well pleased with that. Plenty of spare by the time the window goes in, so that's good. So that was just a matter of shaking them out, so it did work. It probably took about half an hour to do that. So next I'm going to put my wood framework in. And for the wood frame, I've got canalised battens. These ones are 22mm deep, I think it was 37 wide, 40 wide, so not so bothered about the width, but I've got the same depth obviously for the gap in between the rafter and the tile. So I've got the same wood for the depth in between the rafter and the tile. This is 22mm, so what will happen is I've got one at the bottom that I've already got in loosely, another one that will go at the top behind there, and then up, down, with 600 that way, 550 plus 50, and yeah, 1025mm that way to that way, which is your 98 plus 45. So I'll get that in, and we'll have a look at where we are. I've got my basic frame in now, so this is 600 wide by 1025mm long ways. So next I'm going to unbox the window, disconnect the window from the frame, put the brackets on the window frame and drop it in just to see if it fits, see if it needs any small adjustment. Hopefully it's the exact same size as the one I did yesterday, so hopefully it should be alright, but might need slightly. I've just unboxed the window there. This is the window. The flashing kit's in a separate box, so we'll have a look at that in a little bit. But what we need to do first is disconnect the window from the frame. So if you leave it on the cardboard, it'll protect it from any damage or anything like that. So I'm just stamping it so it's the right way around. I'm going to remove these travel bits of polystyrene. It tells you to engage the handle, which it sort of hear a positive click like that, and then pull it back, and you should be able to, at this stage, open the window. I did find on the one I had yesterday, it didn't click in straight away, so I just held it, pushed it up, and it clicked in after that. So what I want to do now is I want to put these, just the polystyrene, on the bottom of the window just to protect it, and then sort of do a roundabout flip. And I've got 2 pins on the hinges, so just with a pencil or a screwdriver or something, pushing them in, keeping hold of everything if you can. So I've pushed them in, so now the frame should disengage from the window like so. Put the window somewhere safe. Next, what you need to do is go and have a look at your flashing kit, which I've got downstairs, and I'll show you when I bring the flashing kit up. But on the flashing kit, it'll either have a red circle or a blue circle or square, and that's telling you whether you're following the blue line on here or the red line for where you're mounting the brackets. I know from the one I did yesterday, mine's the red one, so I'm going with the red mounting places, which on this particular window's on the outside edge. So I've got 4 bits of brackets. Bit of a packer if you need to level it up or anything, and then later on the screws. So I'm taking the shorter of the screws. I'm going to need 8, and it's as simple as put the bracket on the right way around, tell it the right way around, because you can see the pre-drilled holes and everything, and it won't go on the other way. Put the screws into the pre-drilled holes, and nip them up. It's a Terrace bit, and it's a T20, so I'm in the wrong place, that's why I was looking for it, but I've got my T20. I'm putting my drill on the lowest torque setting, so there's no chance of it snapping the end off with it just being such a thin bit. Just really slowly. I've now got the frame in, and what it suggests now is putting the window in, just to make sure that it's sort of all square. So I'm going to do that. So I'm just unpacking the flashing kit now, because I want to get a few bits out. So that's the red square I was referring to, so that's where you know how to put the brackets on the window. And this is the flashing kit itself, so that's the top. That goes on the bottom. That's the main bottom collar. Side covers. And then in this packet here, which I'll open in a bit, is the side covers. So as I start putting it on, I'll show you. So I've now got the basic window frame in, all secured, all squared up. I've had the window in, opened and shut it, and just made sure it didn't need any adjustments on any side. So that's all done. So I've took the window back out now. I'll show you how I've got it in and out a bit later on, so there's a bit of a faff on. My video had gone flat, so anyway. So next I'm going to put the flashing kit on. So basically starting at the bottom, working up, and as I'm putting the flashing kit in, I'm also going to be replacing the tiles, so there might be a bit of tile cutting as well. So I'll try and get you a bit of footage from outside. So this is just from on the outside. Just go around the frame and show you. So you can see I've not really taken a lot of the tiles off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bottom flashing kit on, get it under the tiles. I mean, I might need to take a bit more tile off, I'll see, but get it under the tiles and just build it up, and I'll try and get a bit of footage as I go along. It's quite a nice view out of this window actually, so there's the churchyard. First piece of flashing, it's the smaller of the two bits that look like this for the bottom, so I'm going to slide it in and I'll get a bit of footage for you. So we're just looking at the bottom of the frame here, and I'll just take this piece off. So I've got my bottom garden. And I've got this piece. Is in the pack. So what we're doing with that is putting it onto there. See some little guide holes. There we are, it's just clipped in there. So clipped in there, screw hole, screw hole. So it's quite self-explanatory. And then we'll start putting the side piece on, filling the tile in, side piece, filling the tile in, all the way till we get somewhere near the top. And then the same on the other side. So it's a bit difficult to film out here because there's nowhere to stand the camera, but I'll keep stopping and starting with the video so you can see as it progresses along. And just if you're wondering which screws they use, come in a little bag. It's these ones we're using for that. So I've now taken one of these pieces, and I've slid it up here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tile over the top of it, and that's sort of your side water protection. Then there's a piece that comes with the window that will fully encapsulate it. So I'll get a bit further on and I'll update you again. And again, it's a bit difficult because of the tight zoom, but the flashing kit's all the way in, up to near the top. So what I'm going to do now is the same on this side. So a bit of flash and bit of tile, bit of flash and bit of tile, so on, all the way up to somewhere near the top, and try and get that top piece in. I'm making good progress. So I've now got the flashing kit on up to the top at both sides. Obviously another tile to go in here. The same on this side. Obviously, so just the trimming up to do around here. So what I'm going to do now is put the top collar on just to see where it all ties in. Because I did have a right chew on getting the top collar in on the other one, so I'm going to have a look at that next. Just come inside just so it's a bit clearer to see. So like we say, outside we've got the bottom flashing on, we've got the flashing pieces all the way to near the top. So next we need to put the top collar on. So before we put the top collar on, in this other box, collar, which comes with some screws, literally sits over the top of the window, and just screw it in. It's quite self-explanatory, but I'll put it on and then I'll get a bit of camera footage if I can, just to explain. So I've just got it perched on top there, so that's the unit, top of the window. Literally there's some pre-drilled holes there, holes in the unit. It's going on. I'm going to flatten it down, put the side pieces on, which I'll show you, and then put that on. So I'll go and get the side pieces, I'll clip it all in and I'll give you a bit more footage. This is the package with the side pieces in. You can sort of tell when it goes on, it sort of clips in, but I'll get it on and then I'll show you what I mean. So I've got one side on and one side off. So you can see when it's on, that little lug is at the top, and also the sort of slotted hole in the side piece is over the pre-drilled hole in the top of the frame, and then that cover that I showed you earlier is going to screw into that at the bottom. And when you screw it in, on the original frame piece you've got these tags here, this is pushing into them, pushing up. You hear a nice click there, so that's clipped in now. Runs up the window, the top, the pre-drilled slot there, that piece it drops over, see it's all sat nicely on. So I'm going to go and get the screws. Again, the Terrace bits comes with 3, but you only need 2. I'm going to get it screwed on, and I'll just try and give you a final look now. I've just got the rest of it all finished off. So the top collar's in now. So in the end I had to take these couple of tiles out the top, get the collar in, put them back in. They're all nicely secured back in now. Nicely taped down this side. And what I'm going to do is, it's all watertight, but I'm going to get a bit of liquid lead, just put it along here just to stop anything moving. The same up here again, it's all watertight, but I'd feel happy if there was something there, so I'll just liquid lead it. So the final step, once I've done my leading, it'll be just to put the window back in. So I'll see if I can get you a shot from the road, which might be a bit clearer. And that's the window from the front of the house. So a bit difficult to see from down here, but you can see it all looks very nice. There's another one going over there, hopefully later on in the week. There we are, very nice. Just the glass to go back in, but like I said, liquid lead it and then the glass in. Right, so I'm going to put the window in now. It's the final step. So all the flashing kit's on outside. I've put me liquid lead just in a couple of places where I wanted it. So now what I need to do is these 2 fastenings here and here, I need to guide into these 2 fastenings here and here on the side of it. Now you do need, it is a bit fiddly, so I'll try and talk you through as I'm doing it. So I'm using my knee as a bit of a guide. One right way. So I was using my knee as a bit of a guide. I don't know if you can see, but there's a couple of pins in the side. They've popped back out now, so I should be able to get it somewhere near lock now. Oh, there we are. Just a bit of brute force. I'm quite pleased with that. So might do a few fine adjustments, but very pleased. So again, this is window number 2. I've already done one of the windows. So like I said, 50mm by 100mm treated timber. So we're going to box in round it. So we're going to timber along the bottom, one up the side, and a couple across the top, and then tie it all into this original framing. So it's nice and secure, it's not going to go anywhere. It also gives us a nice solid surface to put the finish to, so when we come to finish the attic, we'll encapsulate all this in the plasterboard, which will fireproof it all, and it'll give it all a nice finish. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm measuring from one side to the other. For the bottom one, I'll put it in. I'll do the top one, put it in, put 2 side ones in, get it all nicely squared up, and then put the final top one in. At the same time, I'm tying it into the frame all the time as I'm going along, so it's definitely not going to go anywhere. Got the bottom timber in. It's not screwed in or anything yet. It's not sort of jammed in that it's going to distort the original timbers, but it is a nice solid fixing, so it's gripping in. Got me trusty piece of plasterboard, and I'm just running it along to make sure I can get it in the gap on the windowsill all along, which I can. Checking it to square. So put the 4 screws in it anyway, so if I need to do any adjustment at a later date, I can do. I'm quite pleased with that. So we've got the timber working around the window, so that's a nice 100 by 50 C16 tannalised. It's nicely secure in all the frame. I've also underlatted the original rafters now. That's 50mm timbers, again all tannalised, and that's to allow the kingspan insulation to go in between the tiles and sort of the bottom of the plasterboard. And then also be another layer of insulation sort of on top of them, but below the plasterboard. Or I might get the insulated plasterboard, I haven't decided yet. So I'm getting plenty done today. But as far as the windows go, it's all secured, so that's 2 of me 3. I'll hopefully get the final one done Monday, Tuesday. So this is the 3rd and final Velux window installed in the house. Slightly smaller than the other 2, so this is still a 550 wide, but it's only a 780 sort of up and down. So that's the 3rd one. That was the 2nd one, and that's the 1st one. So that's the 3rd and final window installed today. That was the 2nd one that we put in. And that was the 1st one. So I've averaged 1 window a day. Like I say, with today's one now, I know what I've done. I've got the window in and all the trimming up and everything done quite easily in a day. Like I say, please subscribe on our YouTube channel, and if you pop across to Instagram _Vane_Cottage, follow us on there and put plenty of little mini videos on there and loads about what's happening in the house. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and watch out for the next video.